Okay, I've been using Windows 10 for about a week or so, maybe 2 weeks, can't actually remember. And my initial impression was, okay, not that much is different, but unfortunately quite a lot is different, and not in a great way. The notifications thing is pointless, especially when it has a tablet mode, which is just what I want, isn't it? Because I mean that's why I built a computer or a PC from scratch, just so I could go into tablet mode. I think you'll find that's why I bought a tablet, so that would be running Android. That would be my tablet purpose. That's the only reason I use a tablet, mostly, is to play those silly little Facebook style games that obviously I can't get on Facebook because I deleted my account many years ago. And any new emails, you don't get a nice little email envelope anymore. You just get it lumped in with all the rest of the notifications, just like it's a tablet, because that's what we want, isn't it? When we build our computers or our PCs, we want it to look just like a simple little tablet that can't do anything. Email, the built-in free email program, is rubbish. You can only have one view. I'm not sure quite what exactly the benefit is in not having the ability to change the view of your email. Perhaps someone can tell me what the benefit of not being able to change the view of your windows is. Because I wanted to have the reading pane underneath, like it used to be in Windows Live Mail, which is far superior to this awful piece of software. I mean, I know it's free, but that's not really the point, is it? Because the other one was free, but they managed you to be able to change your viewpoint to a more logical way or method. And if you wanted to read it like this, like, oh, here's my accounts here, here's my emails here, and the next one along is what my email says. Yeah, that's all very nice. If you wanted to do that, you could in Windows Live Mail, but you weren't forced to look at it like that, which I think is an awful way to read email. Because, I mean, you select it, and then you expect it to appear underneath, but no. The other thing, when you get a new email, you get your little one notification there to show that you've got a new email. So you click on that new email, and nothing happens. It stays saying you've got a new email, as opposed to surely logically disappearing to show that, you are clearly reading that new email because it's right there in front of you, but no, you've still got one new email. Again, I'm not quite sure what benefit that brings over the decent way to read email in Windows Live Mail. I don't know if this will actually even show up, but I've changed the start menu, which was awful, because in the original Windows 10 one, there was no run box at all. You had to scrabble around and maybe hit 2 shortcut keys, but I think I don't want to use shortcut keys on a constant basis for every single thing I ever do in Windows, thank you. That's just, my bizarre personal preference there. I want to do things how I do them in Windows, which is, I thought, why it was called Windows and not, Windows Tablet. So I bought this thing called, you go to startisback.com, and it costs $2.99, I think, or $3.99, which is obviously going to be a lot less in pounds, which is handy for me, being poor. And that gives you, it hacks right through the Windows 10 start menu, which is awful, I have to say. All that hype you hear about, like if you watch QVC like I do, all that hype you hear about, what they've done is they put the Windows start menu back, which is just what everyone wanted. Well, it's not the Windows start menu put back from Windows 7. It's completely different, and it's awful. It's barely usable on a practical, basic level for stuff that you'd want to do. If you need to run something like regedit or config.sys, or just to access your boot menu and to see which programs are starting up, because you might want to take one out if that application doesn't give you that option when it installs to not have it starting up every time Windows starts up. You'd want to access the boot list so that you could take it out manually. But if you try and do that in the Windows 10 menu, no, it's not happening. I think they seem to be systematically blocking users from accessing anything outside a very, very, very basic level of computer understanding, which is extremely disappointing. Because I'm not sure if they think everyone is dumbed down just because tablets exist. That seems to be what the whole Microsoft Windows 10 ethos is. Oh, you don't want to do that. Then we'll hide that away, so it's really difficult for you to access now. Well, thanks very much. I was using it easily on a weekly basis, but no, that's beyond my level of understanding apparently now. So I have to have that hidden away from me. But with this, the little application that you can buy for not very much money brings that back immediately, and there's the run also in the menu itself, and also computer, which for some bizarre reason was also hidden away it didn't exist in the Windows 10 original start menu. To be honest, it's barely a start menu at all. Windows Edge, the new browser, is hideous because, as far as I can understand, it doesn't even give you an option as to where to save each download for videos or pictures or whatever. You do get, I'm aware that you get a initial set of locations. It asks you if you want to save them, if you want to save where you want to save videos, where you want to save pictures, where you want to save MP3, I think it is, and you can choose that way. But the problem is, you might want to save one video one location and another video another location. Logically enough, you're not going to want to save all your videos in the same place. I don't know who actually thinks like that, other than a robot. So that was useless. So I doubt very much whether I'll be bothering to use Windows Edge at all now because of that, because it's just totally impractical to even use, which is not really saying a lot, is it, for their brand new fancy wondrous browser that they worked so hard on. And overall, Windows 10, supposedly the Windows that you wanted. No, it's not the Windows that I wanted, even on a basic level. Like, I'm not a computer programmer, but I do know my way around Windows to do most of the things that I need to do. But I'm being stopped at almost every turn from doing the things on a basic level that I want to do. I can't really fathom how that's beneficial to anybody, other than those that have come from using a Windows tablet maybe, and then think, oh, I think I'd like to do a little bit more than book a holiday and read my emails, so I'll buy a PC now. And then, well, Windows 10 is fine for you, I guess, because you can't really do a lot else anyway, other than book a holiday and maybe play a simple game, because you're not going to be a gamer if that's how you buy a PC. So overall, big disappointment. I wish I would reinstall Windows 7, but sadly they've locked out the free mail application and also DirectX 12, which I've yet to research into as to see exactly what that brings you. DirectX 12 is never going to be available for Windows 7, which is regrettable. This is yet another policy designed to railroad everybody into getting Windows 10. And also you're forced to download updates, which is not really sure what the benefit of that is, particularly when some of their updates have messed up Windows. So it'd be nice to be given the option. And again, Start is Back, the application from startisback.com, gives you the option whether to or not to download updates automatically, which is what should have been happening all along on a very sensible level. But there you go. Hope you've enjoyed my review and looking at the same screen for about 7 minutes flat. Sorry, I apologise if you don't have an attention span, but I do. So, plus the fact I'm not a major video editing guru, at least not yet. Maybe I will be at some point.